And it looks like the microphone still works. Ahoy there, Legion! Who had a Psycho channel update for January 25 on their bingo cards, eh? How y'all doing today? Hope everything's going well for you. Staying warm. It is a balmy -14 when I'm recording this. Keep those digits warm, Legion. You need them to play you some games. These important. Where have I been? Well, technically, if you left a comment, more than likely you noticed I never left. Been replying to comments as often as YouTube lets me know I got one. Of course, some will slip through the cracks, giggity. But yeah, I haven't gone anywhere. I just haven't uploaded any vids is all. Not for lack of trying. Long story short, for whatever reason, whenever I tried to do let's say a Let's Play series or something like that, it just sort of fell through. Put hours into them, though, before they fell through, which is always so fun. So, apologies, fans of Mad Max, Dragon Quest Builders, Disgaea 5, that one was a doozy, and the Assassin's Creed, where you're in Sparta. Can't even be bothered to remember the name. They kept saying Phoenix, and they kept changing how they pronounced it from Phoenix to Phoenix, which kind of made me laugh. And when that's the most memorable part of your game, you got some issues there. How's the Shadows treating you, by the way, Ubisoft? Going well? Delayed that one again, I see. Good news, good news. But in short, yes, the attempts were made, to put it mildly. I did a lot of stuff in the meantime. I'll probably expand on that eventually, but for now, I just wanted to give all y'all a heads up that I'm aiming to make some more videos for you. Goal currently is to get back into the groove nice and easy. One vid every other week. Would be nice to get that up to 2 a week, but it's been a while, so be gentle. Got a few games in mind, but to start with anything free to play, I'm free to play. Currently the biggest one right now being Marvel Rivals, and I'd like to try dipping a toe in that climbing the ladder rank thing and see how it all works out. I was watching cartoons and Squirrel climb the ranks backwards for a few hours, but still their losses looked less painful than some of the quick matches I've seen, so I figure I'll give that a shot. Initially I was hoping to main Magic as Storytime. Quite a while ago, like 2015-ish, there was a game called Marvel Heroes. Very good Diablo 2 clone. Even was made by one of the original dudes who made that, so go figure. And while fun and free, it of course took ages to unlock other heroes to play. Well, just before that game shut down, thanks Disney, wouldn't be the last bad decision you've made. The last character I unlocked was Magic, and she was a nice summon type of character similar to D2's Necromancer. You could do a melee build, of course, but, well, go figure, that's the one they chose for her in Rivals. Mechanically, I know how to play her, and I'm able to one-shot folks just fine, but to paraphrase cartoons about Wolverine, if your team doesn't gel a certain way, it just doesn't work. And go figure, you ain't gonna be finding that in quick matches anytime soon. When I finally tried other heroes out, yeah, it was a much more enjoyable experience than what it started out as. Though I am tempted to main Magic again as I climb that ladder, but worst case scenario, just give me literally any ranged character, from DPS to healer, and I could probably sleep through the first couple ranks at least. And nothing goes better hand in hand with competitive PvP action than a casual farming game like Palia. As quite a long-time fan of Harvest Moon, I was all aboard to give this one a go when it first was revealed. If Harvest Moon is new to you, well, I guess the proper term now would be Story of Seasons, as there's been an IP power struggle, but in essence you inherit a farm. You plant crops, you sell crops, you upgrade the farm, and repeat. And I guess technically there's a town full of folks you can socialize with, but time's money. I gotta upgrade my rucksack's carrying space, and these eggplants ain't gonna plant themselves. So how does Palia play? Well, it is an MMO light, so I get it takes a lot longer for things to grow and all that, but it also feels rather farmer light, too. How Harvest Moon was easily 90% farming, 10% social, Palia is quite the opposite. And to be fair, I dig that watching flowers grow isn't the most riveting of gameplay, so they added in other stuff from Animal Crossing, like catching bugs and decorating your plot of land. The game does have a big, I don't want to say flaw, but I will say it is very apparent they did not intend for dudes to play this. The characters are extremely smooth, Like in real life, dudes have more angular features of their face, like eyebrow ridges, cheekbones, especially chins. Chicks tend to be more round in the face region, among other places, and that's what all these characters look like. My kingdom for a 5 o'clock shadow option, but alas, all we have are Abraham Lincoln, Gnome, and Mutton Chops, which all seem more for humor than sincerity. And Sweet Spaghetti Monster of the Stars, the walking animation is painful to watch. I literally run as often as possible to avoid seeing this atrocity. I don't think I have to say it, but this is not a dude's walking animation. Now, when I first got through character creation, I was a bit miffed, but hey, that's the style they want. That's their choice on how they make their game. Fair enough. But when it comes to the romanceable bachelors of the town that ladies can pick from, suddenly the devs know precisely what masculine features are. Biceps, cleft chin, and my darn 5 o'clock shadow. And of course, the bachelorettes that the dudes can pick from are modeled less favorably by comparison. Say ladies, would you like a Zoolander Jack Sparrow? Or a Night Elf Han Solo? How about a hillbilly Hercules? Say, lads, would you like, glasses? Imitation Pollyanna? Or a rich, angsty valley girl with mommy issues? Decisions. And if you think maybe I'm just being a little too harsh on this, and I'm looking at it from a weird perspective, did I mention astrology is a core component of the game? Every NPC's personality, job, their favorite color, and even the player's dialogue choices are all tied into the system that keeps track of the player's star sign, season, their mother's maiden name, or whatever the heck that science is based on. So, yeah, might end up a shorter Let's Play series, but I like me some Harvest Moon even if it's a little rough around the edges. I'll still give it a go either way. Speaking of short, gave the First Descendant a try, and it reminded me of something I played before. Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but the storyline was one of those so bad it's good, so I grinded it out, just wasn't vibing with it, and after just over an hour, just noped right on out. On the other hand, we've got a much more interesting mix with Once Human. Now, it does have a weird quirk where it takes a few minutes to remember I even have a character and what server it's on. Apparently, this is a known bug, but outside of that, I like what I've been seeing. Reviews mention the servers reset too quickly, but I've only just started and have been clearing places out one crossbow bolt at a time, so playing it like a slow-paced horror game at the moment, and so far it's not bad. Has some great goofiness about it too, which is interesting to see. And just to round things out for now, thinking of taking a dip back in that there Heroes O' the Storm. Been playing it on and off for years, and with it getting patches again, Sylvanas willing, maybe I can get a few matches in for you. Might be a great segue to play WoW Hardcore too, I don't know, I'm just saying. Normally roll Warrior, but got a bit of a hankering for an Affliction lock myself. Of course, feel free to give me a suggestion of your own free-to-play game of choice. Might just give that a gander too. As always, thank you for watching, stay warm, and I'll catch you next time, Legion. Take care.